Hi, thanks for joining me again. This is a video I've been very keen to make because we now have an unofficial song mode for the Ableton Move, and I wanted to show you it in action, and I thought I'd demonstrate it with this week's song. So let's dive straight into it. I think first off, just so there isn't any confusion, this is very much an unofficial part of the Move Everything Shadow UI that's been developed as an open source project by Charles Vestal, and is something that's added a whole bunch of new features to the Move, along with new synthesizers and new features such as the display mirroring that I'm showing here, and this song mode that we're going to get into in a moment. And if you're intrigued by any of this, I'll put a link down below for Charles Vestal's video for how to install this firmware. Everything else about this Move is exactly as Ableton supplied it, and it can function entirely in the normal way. In fact, this song was programmed as a standalone song, and what happens is that the extra UI for Move Everything sits in the background, so there's an extra set of key presses that jump you into a bit sitting in the background that does some of the extra tricks, and hopefully you'll see that they're well worth the efforts of installing them. Okay, so what I wanted to show you today specifically is the new song mode. It's been something that I think has been missing from standalone Move for a while. Maybe not high on Ableton's priorities, because I think initially they conceived of this as being an add-on for their Note program and for Live, and this really being a sketchpad to bring things in. So users like me using it just by itself are probably going off piste a little bit with how their actual use case. But for somebody like me using it, as you might have seen in any previous videos, if you've seen them of me performing on it, essentially what you're left with is, because each of these are a group of pre-recorded musical clips or samples, you have to trigger them in real time, get your timing spot on, one stuff up, and that's the whole performance ruined if it very much depending on being in the right order. And so what these guys have done is pretty much automate the button presses for this session mode, where normally you'd pick which clips are going to play, and once you've got Move Everything installed, you basically get another set of menus. So if I jump into Shift, the volume knob, and this star button that's normally hidden away, you'll see that there are a whole bunch of goodies there, including other things that I'll no doubt do future videos on. But for today, let's concentrate on this. So, song mode. So straight away you can see that what it does is give you an extra menu, and just by the way, if you haven't seen this before, this is just a browser that's mirroring what's on the Ableton Move display. So basically what you've got is a series of steps, and I've programmed the first two. So what it does is highlights in pink which ones have been selected. So you can see that I'm starting this song with 1H, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, 2A, 3A, and 4A. And it uses that number and lettering system basically to show you, as well as showing you visually on the coloured grid. So let's put in a new set. Now originally I did this song so I could actually manually just swipe each set, so let's put in some of the manual ones. So it's the third one, and you can see how easy these are to do. You literally just pick which group you want, and you can use the duplicate buttons to do the same thing. I think on the original I just did that as a fade. So how about we have one where we drop the bass line, so I've picked an empty slot for that. And then we'll do one where we actually also drop the strings as well. Okay, right. So then it moves on to the next step, and if you then go, you're given an extra two options to either play the song, to record it, so actually turn it into a WAV file that you can then say put into a DAW and edit yourself, or actually process further. You actually get to choose a number of empty bars, so that if there's an echo or reverb tail at the end of it, it actually will add that onto there. And what I didn't show you actually as I went through, in fact, let's go. We'll take slot 12 away. You can see as I'm removing them, it's actually taking away the visual representation of these, and the white one is the one where I've highlighted, so it gives you an idea of where you're up to in the song position. So again, let's redo that slightly. I'll actually mute the bass line and the strings just to leave the final part. In fact, let's leave the strings on for the last one. So now going into each of the steps, it'll tell you which pads have been chosen, the actual length of the clip, that you can put a number of repeats. So you could think if you've got shorter steps, you can build up quite complex song structures, basically by repeating sections and then diving to the next bit and emitting different parts of the clip. So partly I've been getting around that limitation previously by copying steps across. You can potentially maybe program less actual clips and repeat some of them if they're reused again within the song. And you can see as you alter the number of repeats, it does tell you the total number of bars for that particular section. So there we go. So if I then go to play, I'll mute myself during this, and I'll come back if there are any interesting things along the way. But let's play the song and let it go. Okay, you ready? Here goes. Whoops. Let's start from the beginning. Interrupt Robin slightly there. So what I didn't highlight was that as the song is playing, you can see it gives you a visual description of where the step is, how far through the song it is in terms of we did 10 steps it's on step 3 and how many bars into each step. So you can get a good visual idea as to where you're up to.
I keep dancing on my own. I'm just gonna dance all night. I'm all messed up, I'm so out of line. Stilettos and broken bottles, I'm spinning around in circles. I'm in the corner, watching you kiss her. Oh, I'm right over here, why can't you see me? Oh, I'm giving it my all, but I'm not the guy you're taking home. Ooh, I keep dancing on my own.
What you see I was doing there, just seeing if it is possible to scroll through the display. I'm still learning how to use this, but it doesn't look like you can, but you can actually peek at the steps ahead, so you can know where you're going next in the song, which is great. Okay, back to the song.
But you don't see me standing here. I just came to say goodbye. I'm in the corner, watching you kiss her. Oh, I'm giving it my all, but I'm not the guy you're taking home. Ooh, I keep dancing on my own. Oh yeah, I'm in the corner, watching you kiss her. Oh, I'm right over here, why can't you see me? Oh, I'm giving it my all, but I'm not the guy you're taking home. Ooh, I keep dancing on my own. I keep dancing on my own.
Okay, a bit of a brutal ending there. I obviously need to work on my endings. I think I faded it out on the actual real video I did for this. It works fantastic, isn't it? Just I'm sure I'll be using this. I think the final thing to say is that having programmed in a series of steps, it actually then saves it along with the pattern, along with the entire song, so that when you come back to it, it's there ready to play. So I'm looking forward to using this in further videos, and if you're interested in further things about Move Everything, stay tuned, because there are some fantastic new features coming out virtually every few days. So and I find this very exciting as a project, so I'm going to do whatever I can to highlight them in use and hopefully give you an idea as to whether or not this is something it's worth you dipping into. Okay, thanks for watching, and see you next time. Take care. Bye.